Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Wilfred Benitez versus Tommy Hearns fight study, and we are starting at round 8. Quick recap from part 1 was Hearns quickly realized he can't be on the attack always against Benitez, and he started catching Benitez on the way in. Now we'll see how the second half of the fight goes. And this is what I spoke about in the first part, which is Benitez, every time he comes in, he seems to dip down and move in a straight line like this. And that's a long enough time for a guy like Tommy Hearns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for him to land that hook or that right hand and time him on the way in. Now, like I said, that was when Hearns did his best is when Benitez was moving forward. Benitez did his best when Hearns was moving forward. A little bit of a jabbing game. So you're like right there. I love Benitez how he came in. I wish he changed it up sometimes. Like here, he does the same thing. He goes down. And it's too predictable for a guy. It's not just predictable, but it's hard. It's easy for Hearns to time that when Benitez comes forward. But you see Hearns, he's not throwing too many right hands when Benitez is on the ropes anymore, like I mentioned in the first part. See, he goes to the body there, but in the first 2 rounds, he went to the head a lot. And like I said, he realized that he can't catch Benitez clean to the head with the right hand. So he's waiting for Benitez to move in. Here they're playing the jab game. And this is what you got to do with a guy like Benitez. And this is what Maurice Hope didn't do. If this was Maurice Hope, he would have been attacking Benitez, and Benitez would have been countering him, catching him to the body, to the chin, and getting points and winning. But this is what Hearns does. He throws the right hand. Where does he throw it? See, he misses that right hand, and here he's just feinting. He's not going to throw any punches. If he does, it'll be minimal. He's just feinting, seeing how Benitez reacts. But in the first 2 rounds, if you remember, Hearns threw maybe over 10 right hands in the 2 rounds to the head of Benitez. But see, he hasn't thrown a single right hand here. Just jabbing and moving. And that's what you got to do with a guy like Benitez, who's trying to trap you onto the ropes. And there go. Okay, now he gets a nice hook in. But I see again how Benitez, he drops his head here, and then he moves in. There he catches Hearns actually with a good left hook. So it does work sometimes, of course, because it is a good move, but I don't know, it's not always good to move in like that. He's staying at the same level for too long. Let's see here. So I'm guessing Hearns gave Benitez a little bit too much respect. Nice hook, right hand to the body, hook to the head. Misses a little bit. If I remember correctly, Benitez does do good in these rounds, like 8, 9, and 10. I think so. I'm not completely sure. We'll have to wait and see. So jab. And Benitez gets the counter. Beautiful counter with the jab. See there, they do the same thing over and over. Benitez ducks down or bends down, and he's just bending down for too long. Now I think he's bending down for too long because Hearns is so tall. He's kind of far away. I'll count this by frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, See that? And then he comes up finally. It's too predictable. I wish he came in just with a regular double jab sometimes, even if he didn't land a right hand, if he just walked in. Just from there, just jab, walk in. See, Hearns is dangerous too, though. That's pretty funny. That was nice, not quite though. If I'm Hearns, I don't want to give too much respect to Benitez. You gotta keep that jab going. I don't know why Hearns isn't jabbing. Maybe he's taking the round off. But he was doing good the round before this in round 7. I don't know why he switched it up in this round. Not sure at all. I think he gave Benitez too much respect, which you have to give Benitez, but he was doing a lot better in round 7. See, this is the fight I was talking about. Oh, you can't see it now. Maurice Hope, round 12 KO. I think that was one of the best game plan, setting up, execution I've ever seen in a fight, or one of the top 3. Hearns is already moving, so the hook doesn't really connect. But I would have loved if Benitez came in with a double jab, triple jab, and just didn't bend down every time. It just became too predictable. It's like if someone moves in with their chin up every time, then it becomes too predictable. If you move your head in the same spot every time, it becomes predictable. So you gotta switch it up. Don't come in with your head up high, but like switch up between coming in without without going low. But you see, just from here, there's no way that Benitez, I mean, there is a way, but there's no way from here that he could just land a punch. Hearns is too sharp. He can step back, he can counter, and it's just too much space in between them. Okay. So from this distance, it's Hearns. Does Hearns want to punch or does he want to move? That's how the fight really goes. And there you see it again. Benitez goes down. Now, this is, like I said, it's a great move, but Benitez should have added more moves to his arsenal. So he gives him that attack, but nothing really lands. Now against Maurice Hope, this move worked beautiful because Maurice Hope didn't have the brains of Hearns or Leonard. And I gotta say, with Leonard, when Leonard got a nice punch in, nice counter. I was just about to say, when Leonard got a nice punch in, he would go attack right away, but Hearns seems more respectful of Benitez. Oh, that was a headbutt, that wasn't a punch. But I see Leonard and Hearns, same problem. When you throw the right hand to Benitez, he just goes down. That was a nasty headbutt. So Benitez, you want to catch him after he makes his move, and his move is, of course, getting low, coming in. That's when you want to catch him. Nice right hand. Let's see why he landed this one. So the distance with them was pretty great. I guess Hearns got close. That's a nice right hand. Please, if you want to understand how Benitez thinks fights, watch my breakdown of him versus Maurice Hope. I think it highlights exactly how he tried to set up his punches in the ring. But you can't use the same setup with everybody, and that's where styles make fights. With a guy that's more flat-footed, if Hearns didn't step back and Leonard didn't step back as much, I think Benitez would have had more success with them, but they were smart into stepping out of range when... Because see, if Hearns stayed there, Benitez would have moved in and attacked like right there, but Hearns is gonna step back and then catch him with that left hook. And then Benitez is stuck in the air. So against a guy that sets up like this, I would stick the jab even before he moved in. If I was Hearns, stick the jab out and step back at the same time. Which is what he did, but he did it a little bit later. Maybe he wanted Benitez to commit first before leaving, because then Benitez wouldn't have moved forward. But what I would do is, if I'm Hearns and I see Benitez drop, I already know what this means. Stick a double jab. Doesn't have to land, just stick it. Might land over here. And take a step or two back. And that's how you foil his attack. But Hearns waited a little bit longer. And still same success. See how Hagler backs up to the middle of the ring. Not Hagler, Hearns. When Benitez is on the ropes, he understands that fighting Benitez on the ropes is not a smart idea. And like I said a million times, that's how you know good fighters from great fighters. Is the ones that, if Hearns was hard-headed and he just kept trying to land that right hand, he might have got countered a lot more. Maurice Hope was a little bit more hard-headed than Hearns, and he kept trying to attack Benitez on the ropes, and Benitez just ate him up. So, as good as Hearns had his right hand, the hitman Hearns with his right hand, he understood that he couldn't land it against this champion, and he said, okay, I got to do something else. Okay, and that's where you got to take the ego out of your game to win. See, this is what I meant in the setup before this, is as soon as Benitez got low, stick that jab out, step out, and now Benitez can't commit. Now, if you go back to what I just said a minute ago, is when Hearns did this before, is he waited for Benitez to move in before jabbing. Before doing this, he waited for Benitez to get a little bit closer. And like I said, maybe he wanted Benitez to commit to the attack more, because if he jabbed too early, Benitez wouldn't have moved in. And that's exactly what happens here. Benitez gets low, and as soon as Hearns sticks out that jab, Benitez doesn't commit, and he stands up again. Okay, so a different timing, and he comes back after that. Different timing for different reasons. But yeah, if your goal is to win, you got to realize that you're not going to be better than everybody with what you're good at. You got to change it up. See, this is what I like about Hearns and Leonard. Even though they're bigger, the bigger guys, they understood that they had to move back against a guy like Wilfred Benitez. And they're not scared, but they're doing stuff to win the fight. And like I go back to Maurice Hope, he let his ego maybe, or his will to hurt Benitez get in the way of him actually winning the fight. See, there's a jab from Hearns, steps out, tries to land that hook. It doesn't really. But if someone had a right hand like Hearns, they would never imagine stepping away from someone especially smaller than them. But Hearns is doing that. And because he wants to win the fight, he doesn't want to just land his right hand. See, there you go again. Benitez drops. Now, we saw it 2 times. It was either Hearns let Benitez step in a little bit, and then he would jab hook or hook, or he'd throw the right hand, or he would stick the jab out as soon as Benitez got low, step out, and Benitez wouldn't commit. Now here, bang, okay? He knows Benitez is going to be stuck in the same spot for a second, so he does a shoulder roll just in case the right hand comes out. Lands that short right hand. Benitez still lands some punches, and this wasn't, I don't think that was it a knockdown? No, that wasn't a knockdown. I think the ref calls this a knockdown, though. Yeah. We gotta check on the replay. I think they play it after this round ends. No matter how good you are, if something isn't working, you gotta switch it up. You can't keep doing the same thing and accept good results. No, that touched his afro. Touched his hair. I don't know, that was no knockdown. And that's the respect that fighters have for each other, that you don't realize this respect until you fight someone as good as Benitez is. Hey, I'm the bigger guy. If Hearns was saying that before the fight, goes into the ring, he realizes he really can't land that right hand like he should, and he has to switch up his game plan. So always be ready. Your best weapon might not work. You might have to move. Might have to use your secondary weapon. You might have to use a weapon that you didn't even think of, which is Hearns stepping back out of range, letting the smaller guy attack him so he can catch him. But you have to be open-minded as a fighter. You can't be... See how he's jabbing, stepping back. And that's what Leonard did. I like Hearns' game plan a little bit more than Leonard, because Leonard would land a nice shot and then he would keep trying to attack Benitez and then he'd have to work again. Hearns is kind of sticking to the game plan a lot better than Leonard. Although Leonard stopped, it was still two very good game plans, but I like what Hearns is doing a little bit more, because he's inviting Benitez in a little bit more. Leonard wanted to attack a little bit more. Nice hook by Benitez. I just realized the mic was right under my mouth, so the audio might have been a little bit loud. And you see Hearns where he's throwing the right hand, so even if Benitez is on the ropes, first of all, he's not throwing the right hand a lot, and where he's aiming it. Okay, so first round, where did Hearns aim the right hand? He aimed it up here. Okay. Now he knows Benitez does not stay up there when the right hand comes. He's going to duck, so he throws it to meet Benitez where Benitez's head is going to be. Okay, so instead of aiming it here, now he's aiming it here. Now what Leonard did was a little bit different. Leonard would throw a jab, and then he would know Benitez is going to go slip the jab. So when he would jab, then he would throw the right uppercut, and then he would either catch Benitez, or when Benitez would pop back up, Leonard would throw a hook. So Leonard's move was more of a jab, uppercut, hook, in combination, more aggressive. Hearns is more of a single punch, double punch, but he's thinking, punching where Benitez is going to be. See, Hearns is not quick to be on the offensive. And like I said, against Leonard, this is how you know how good Benitez truly was. He's not even throwing any punches, and these great fighters still have to respect him. They can't just come in and attack him. He's kind of like a porcupine. He'll let you attack him, but he has something sharp waiting for you. See where Hearns is throwing his right hands? He's throwing them lower. He's throwing them shoulder level to where Benitez is gonna be. You know, Benitez, that was a nice body shot. Nice body shot by Hearns, nice hook. And like I said, see here, Hearns tries to he lands a good punch. 2 good punches, body. He landed a body shot before this one. So, body, head, now he goes in for to hurt him, catches him again, and Benitez is ready to slip and counters. Benitez could be getting hit by 10 people and still find a way to slip, dodge, weave, counter. Just because you caught him, that was nice double hooks. And you see when Benitez is actually landing his punches is when Hearns is getting aggressive. When Hearns is actually closing the distance and attacking, he gives Benitez a chance to counter him. When Hearns was the one stepping back using his jab, he wasn't getting hit. See that? That was beautiful. Let's see that again. Did that uppercut land from Benitez? See that? This is what happened to Leonard too. You'd land a couple punches on Benitez and think, okay, this guy's finally slowed down. Let me throw that. Boom. Oh, that was pretty close to landing. I'm not sure if it landed clean. But Benitez is always ready to counter. See, he counters Hearns again. And this is what Maurice Hope actually did for like 10 rounds, I think, before he started stepping back sometimes. Hearns now he's committing a little bit too much. So he backs up to the middle of the ring. And this is what Hearns and Leonard had to realize was they're not going to be able to just attack Benitez without looking bad. And that's where they thought Benitez was better at them. And that's why they're not attacking him now. And I think that really pissed them off. So yeah, what Hearns is calling. Why would Hearns call a guy like Benitez, who's smaller than him, to the middle of the ring when Benitez is on the ropes? Okay, these are the things that you have to notice that make you realize how good Benitez was. Okay, when Duran was on the ropes, Hearns had no trouble landing that double jab right hand. He didn't call Duran to come to the middle of the ring. Okay. This guy right here, he's magical. He I don't know what to say. See, look, Hearns does not want to move in. He's like, I'll let this guy come and I'll catch him. See, that's what Hearns wanted. Do you know how good you have to be to make Hearns not throw a punch while you're sitting on the ropes, especially the right hand? See that? Counters him. As soon as Hearns attacks, Benitez counters. Benitez's counters and defense was amazing. I just wish he had a better forward game. I wish he could attack a little bit more. If he could attack a little bit more, there's no doubt he would have been undefeated. He had better defense than Floyd, I believe. He had a pure defensive. He had pure defense, so he could sit on the ropes with his hands down and make you miss. Not a lot of guys could do that. See, he landed a good one. Now missed the second one. Benitez counters. My next might be in the next few days is going to be Benitez versus Duran. I think that was one of Benitez's great performances too against Duran. I forget how old Benitez is in this fight. Maybe he's I'm going to search that up real quick actually. If you can correct me, I think Benitez was champion at 16. He lied about his age. Hearns. December. So, Benitez fought Hearns in 1982. And he was born in 58, so 82 minus 58. 82 minus 58. He was 24, and he was champion for. He was already champion for 8-9 years by the time he was 24. Isn't that something? Okay. So you got 24-year-olds now that aren't even champion. Benitez was champion for 8 to 9 years when he was 24 years old. Nice attack. So this is where Benitez would have been more successful if Hearns, like I mentioned, if he was more flat-footed. See, what did I do? Sorry, guys. Now I gotta. Were we in round? I think we're in this round. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm not gonna edit this video. I do all my videos in one shot. So I guess we're gonna have to rewatch round 10. But if Hearns was more flat-footed, Benitez would have had a lot better chance of winning the fight. When is it? What's this round? Oh man. Those counters. Nice right hand. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa. Oh, I think we already watched this. I don't care. We'll start from here again. Wow. No, we didn't watch this yet. This is round 9. This is round 10. Okay, we're gonna rewatch. Wait, let's see. Man, I hate when that happens. Okay, we already seen the knockdown. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I'll be studying Benitez versus Duran. I think Benitez did some great things in there. As you know, Duran is an aggressive fighter. And that's what Benitez loves, so we'll see how that went. I think I already watched this round, but who cares? Who cares? So when you study fights like this, you want to notice when does Hearns do good, when does Benitez do good, when does each one do bad. Hearns does bad when he's on the attack against Benitez. He does better when he's letting Benitez come in. Benitez is doing better when Hearns moves in. He's doing worse when he has to attack. And then you figure out what's each person doing different. Why are they good in certain spots? Or are they bad in certain spots? Now this is very high level differences in boxing. Of course, if Benitez fought anybody lesser than Hearns, he would have had an easy time beating him. But these are the fine details of when two great fighters meet each other, is these little differences, which are very simple differences, but they're differences that an average fighter can't notice, and that's why they lose. But a great fighter like Hearns can notice, and he could make adjustments. Nice body shot by Hearns. Nice trading. Whoa. I'm not sure about the power of Benitez. That was nice. He must have had power because even if his defense was good, Hearns would have just kept attacking till he wore him down. But because his counters he must have punched hard for guys not even to want to be countered by him. Bang, bang. See that? Yeah, that was beautiful right there. Let's watch this again. Whoa, bang. Nice right uppercut by Benitez on the counter. Nice one too by Hearns. Now, like I said, Leonard caught Benitez coming forward with the jab, and then he would throw the right hand later in the fight. That's when he really started catching Benitez. But he would sting him with that jab first. Oh, we already watched this round. I'm sorry, guys, for repeating the round. I think we were on round 11 before I messed up. This is where I was saying, do you know how good Benitez has to be for Hearns to call him to the middle of the ring? Because Benitez isn't running away from Hearns. Usually when guys say, hey, come back to the middle of the ring, let's fight, is when if Benitez was running. Benitez isn't really running, he's sitting on the rope, so it's an open invite to move in. It's not like Hearns is having trouble catching Benitez and then he quits or he doesn't want to move in because Benitez is running away from him. Benitez is sitting right there for him, waiting for him to move in. Okay, we already seen this part. I think we were on round 11 then. This is a 15-rounder. Oh, that was nice, right on the neck. Even the ref is watching Benitez. So from a pure talent and boxing, like a pure boxer, Benitez is the better boxer than Hearns and Leonard. But from a style and Benitez is a lot more skillful than them. But when you're skillful doesn't mean you're gonna win. But skill, I say Benitez is the most skilled out of Leonard and Hearns. Hearns and Leonard just knew how to win and how to adapt, think. And they had the more natural attributes. They were bigger than Benitez, but a pure skill to be able to sit on the ropes, move your head, counter. Guys are dangerous as Leonard and Hearns just proves how good you really are. That's why I said Leonard was really frustrated even till the last round with Benitez because he knew deep down that Benitez was better than him. Leonard would catch Benitez with a punch, trying to attack him again. Benitez would make him miss. And Leonard was really happy when he finally stopped Benitez in the last round, and that's when he finally said, okay, I caught him. Nice. It's like Tom and Jerry when Tom finally catches Jerry. Nice. Oh, that was a nice one too, and then he moved out. Let's see if he does that again. 1-2. Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe Hearns picked something up. See that? Now Hearns is attacking, step out. Don't stay. There you go. Sting and step out. There you go. Don't stay in front of him. See, now that's the next level of this fight. Hearns knows that he can't throw the punch and stay in front of him. He has to throw, step back out quick. There you go, and then counter him again. He was a little bit more lazy with the footwork before. or he would only step back, but now he's stepping in, getting Benitez to bite, and then step out. Before he was just stepping out. Nice jab. I really like the combination that Leonard threw against Benitez, the jab, right uppercut, left hook, because that caught Benitez. It was like he was throwing a net on Benitez and he finally caught him. I made a video about that on my Instagram too, how Leonard switched from a straight right to a right uppercut. See that? Hearns is now on a move in against Benitez. I keep saying this, I'm very repetitive of what I'm saying, but you gotta admit how good Benitez is to make a killer like Hearns not want to attack him while he's on the ropes. And Hearns is the bigger guy, he has a harder punch. Look at that, look at that. Look at that shakiness from Benitez. He is like a porcupine. Like a porcupine, you can attack it, but it has some sharp needles. If you attack it's gonna get in you. Okay, let's see here. So Hearns kind of gets caught on the ropes. Same idea, Benitez goes down. He's like a shark, and then he tries to catch. Now, a big props to Benitez to actually sticking to his attacking style. He didn't really switch it up. He kept doing the same thing. He's like, maybe this time I'll catch him. Maybe this time I'll catch him. So big respects to that, but I wish he had a different attack. Nice jab by Hearns. Nice. See that? Before Hearns even throws the right hand. Clubs him right there. Hearns comes back. But I could see Hearns doing more of an in and out style. Hearns was fighting for 6 years. I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing he was older than Benitez, or maybe same age or something. Benitez was champion for 8 years. So Benitez was champion longer than Hearns was fighting as a pro. When was Hearns' birthday? Let's search that up. So Tommy Hearns was born in 58. One second. Wilfred Benitez was born in 58. So they're the same age. Benitez was champion longer than Hearns was fighting. And this fight is in... it doesn't say here. It doesn't say. And there goes Benitez doing the same trick again, lowering his head and moving in. Feinting now. Going back to the feint. And so from now on, I think it's going to be the same thing over and over again. It's going to be the same fight. Nothing's going to change much. If Benitez had a different way of attacking, he would have beat Hearns for sure. Because Hearns wouldn't have been able to catch him moving in or sitting on the ropes. And I think Benitez would have won. The height difference was just too much. I think Benitez struggled with guys that knew how that knew how to control their distance like that. Because he does keep his head in the same position for a long time after he bends. And then comes in, and it's too much time to be in the same spot. That was nice. The more you watch Benitez, the more you understand why they called him the Bible of boxing. Sorry for the background noises. Oh, nice. Now Benitez is really coming forward. Oh, that was nice. See, Benitez didn't dip down. He just came in. Why didn't he do more of that? Nice right here. See, remember how Benitez would drop his head this low before to move in? Now he's just moving in. Nice left hook, or left half hook uppercut by Hearns. Oh, nice attack. Let's see if he went down again. But too late in the fight. It's the 12th round. Okay, there's another thing. So before, when Benitez would get here, he would get hit about here. But even if, though Hearns is moving back, Benitez would have stopped, but Benitez keeps coming forward. But I don't know why he stopped. Keep going forward. So before he stopped a lot earlier, this time he actually kept moving forward after Hearns stepped away and threw a punch. Now they're fighting. Every time I see a corner, the corner putting water and wiping off and stuff, I remember like a F1 pit stop. The only thing in boxing, you can't change the tires and you can't add any gas. So the last round, this round, Benitez isn't waiting for Hearns to move in anymore. He's actually trying to push the fight. He's doing a little bit better now because he's constantly, even if one attack doesn't work like before, he's throwing a second attack. There he goes with the double jab. See, now he's working. I don't know why he didn't do this earlier in the fight. Maybe he's worried about being countered, I'm not sure. But see the difference between just getting low and coming in? He's now using a double jab instead of the lead right hand, which Hearns saw coming. He's feinting. He's back to feinting a lot. Left hook. Maybe he's thinking about the Maurice Hope fight. where he could knock out Hearns in the last few rounds. The intensity of Benitez's eyes, that's why everybody that fought him always thought he was about to attack at any moment. Always kept his eyes wide open. Another headbutt. Sneaky. See, the ref can't even see that. They're on this side. Sneaky headbutt. Ref doesn't care. He's like, fight on. I didn't see nothing. I don't think Hearns is the type of guy to lie about a headbutt. Nice. So we saw a little bit of switch from Benitez in the last two rounds. That was 12 and 11. No, that was 13. 13 and 12, Benitez started to come forward a lot more. Before, he would try one attack at a time. Now he's coming in double jabbing, feinting a little more like he did in the beginning. He's not waiting on the ropes anymore. Let's see, 14 and 15. 15. So Benitez having more success in the last two rounds, but I don't think he won the rounds before those. It was a lot of those rounds for Hearns. Benitez was doing one attack at a time, and if it didn't work, he would kind of give up and wait for a counter. But the last two rounds, he's actually been pushing the pace. So Benitez looks a lot more alive, a lot more active, pumping his legs. No, he's backing up again. I like how he throws his jab, it comes up, because he kind of dips down when the opponent's jab comes, and he comes up with the jab. See, this is what Benitez was successful with against Maurice Hope. Let's see what he actually... So this distance, Benitez wasn't able to touch Hearns a lot from this distance. I'll see why he caught him from here. Okay, so Hearns jabbed, but he did not step back. Okay, before this, when Benitez would do this, Hearns would jab or step back, or jab and step back. Here, Hearns jabs, and he's wide open to that body. Nice jabs from Hearns. See, the 2 rounds before this, 12, 13, Benitez would come in with a jab to the body, jab to the head. He did a lot better. Just throwing that lead right, it lands sometimes, but... So before this, Hearns stayed where he was. He jabbed. He only jabbed, and Benitez was able to catch him to the body. Here, Hearns steps back and throws the left hook. So that's why the same setup, same punch from Benitez. One time it worked, one time it didn't. Nice, there you go. He comes in with the jab instead of the right hand. I'm not sure why he always wanted to lead with the right hand. He had a good jab too, Benitez. I just don't know why he didn't use it as much. Or he would use it, but not in his attacks. He would attack with the right hand or a left hook more often than a jab. He would counter with the jab a little bit. Slip, dip, and come back with a jab, up jab. That was nice. And this is why Hearns got caught again. Is from here, he didn't step back. He engaged. Now he's trying to step back, but Benitez already gained momentum, and he catches him. So you got to step back right when Benitez moves in. You can't punch with him and then step back. He's already gaining momentum. You got to step back and then counter him. Nice right hand by Hearns. So Hearns let Benitez back in. I'm not sure about this round, but for the 2 rounds before that, I don't think Leonard let Benitez back in the fight like Hearns did. I like these ring girls better. I don't know why they're always naked now. The ring girls. No need. If a fight's a great fight, I don't think anybody's gonna be not watch the fight because there's no ring girls. But I think it's pretty stupid. Got two guys beating the brains out of each other, and then you got a girl with makeup on walking around the ring trying to look pretty. Like, I don't know, the contrast of that doesn't make sense. See, Benitez is doing good when he's ooh, that was nice. When he's getting closer and then attacking from close range. Steady, moving forward. Before he would stand outside too long and then it'd be too visible when he tried to move in. Come on, just keep pushing. Keep pushing forward. Nice right hand. So Leonard, he didn't let Benitez come back in the fight like Hearns did in the end of the fight. But I think Hearns did better in the middle rounds. Nice right hand. There goes Benitez waiting for too long. Waiting too long. Now he comes in. So he did know how to close the distance. He just didn't do it right away. See that? Nice counters. That's so insane to be 20. I don't know how old they are, 20 something. I'll search it up. And he's been champion for so long. Nice. So yeah, Benitez didn't do this in the earlier rounds. He was a lot more one and done with his attacks. Now he's actually pushing the pace forward. But I don't know, he did it 12, 13, 14. 14, I'm not sure who took that round. 15. But if he put this pressure instead of waiting for Hearns earlier in the fight, I think he might have had a better chance. He just waited on the ropes too long. Hearns didn't want to move into the ropes and attack him. Nice right hand by Mr. Hearns. Nice right hand by Hearns. And great fight. You can see the respect they have for each other. No doubt that Hearns won that fight. But skill set, pure boxing skill, you got to give it to Mr. Benitez. They hugged twice. I think they really... It was a chess game. I wish Benitez would have trained with Emmanuel Stewart. I don't know if he did, maybe, but I wish he did. Okay, oh wow, it's been an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna search up Wilfred Benitez's box spread. So in 79, he was TKO to Ray Leonard in the last round. And then his second loss would come. So after that, he fought his fight against Tony Schiavone, whatever. That was a great fight, great performance. Against Maurice Hope, that was a great performance. In Thomas Hearns, it was 82. Oh, he lost to Mustafa Hamsho? Wow. Davey Moore. He lost to Davey Moore. Matthew Hilton, he got knocked out bad. Scott Papistroda. A lot of people say that he could have done better if he trained, but each fighter, and that's how their career went. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm gonna do a different study. I'm not sure which fight yet, but I'll do that. And then I gotta do Duran versus Benitez, of course. And thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye.